Thank you, Janelle. Are you interested in career in emergency services? Well, if so, you're going to want to pay attention to this. Mike Siona this morning on location at Saskatoon Police Headquarters today. Mike, what's going on?
Well, we're getting ready for Explore Emergency Services, which is a very cool event, and I could tell you about it, but why not get Renee DeCorby of the Saskatoon Police Service to do it instead, because she knows all the details. Tell us, what is Explore Emergency Services?
Well, Explore Emergency Services, this is our 5th annual year of hosting this event. It's an event that's held at the Saskatoon Police Headquarters here in Saskatoon. It's being held on September 20th. It'll be a full-day event from 8:30 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon, and it's an event that spotlights on careers for women in emergency services, so that would be policing, firefighting, or paramedicine.
Very cool. So geared largely, again, to talking about some of those barriers that maybe exist, and we'll highlight that a little bit later on this morning. But we want to talk about specifically some of the stuff that people will get to see and experience. What will you guys have specifically from the police service?
Yeah, for sure. So this year we have a multi-agency demonstration. So it's going to be with all fire, paramedics, and police, and how we all work together and respond to certain calls for service. Police will specifically have a canine demonstration that's female-led. We'll have a firearms demonstration that's in the range here at the police service. And then we'll also have a chance for people to test out our POPAD equipment, check it out, see how that's ran. And then there'll also be a panel of fire, paramedicine, and policing females that you can interact with and ask questions and have the opportunity just to speak with them. Very cool.
I mean, if you can see it, you can be it, right? And so we've heard that adage before. Talk to me about your personal experience as a female.
Yeah, so like as a female, we do have those perceived barriers that like usually that physical ability or even our strength, but like it's important for females in this career to know that like you are capable of this career and you are more than able to be successful. You just need to have like the right mindset and the right support system, and you can be anything you want to be, and the possibilities in an emergency service career are endless for females.
Fantastic. Well, what a great spokesperson for it. You've got just under 2 weeks to get all your ducks in a row and register. Check out the website that's on your screen for all of the details.
All right, Mike, good stuff. Thank you very much. We'll see a little bit more from you a little later on. Okay, let's head back out on the go and track down Mike Siona, who is learning what it takes to get a career in emergency services. Mike.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And a couple of big events coming up. We talked a little bit earlier about Explore Emergency Services Day, which is on September 20th. And the day prior, we have an Indigenous recruiting event. And I'm here with Constable John Langan, and we're talking about this Indigenous recruiting event, the first annual. Tell me about it.
First of many. So it's going to be on September 19th. It's going to be from 10 o'clock to 3:30 p.m. And it's going to be a hands-on day. It's going to have a panelist of Indigenous police officers, including me, who are going to speak about our journey and how we got to becoming police officers. And there's also a lot of hands-on events that it's kind of like a tour through our building. There's stuff that even I didn't even know about that other people are going to be able to see. And there's going to be canine demonstrations. There's going to be opportunities to speak to recruiters who are going to be there throughout the whole day. There's a free lunch. So it's an awesome day filled with a lot of events. And I wish that I had that opportunity 8 years ago when I joined to be able to go to one of these events. So hopefully it's the first of many.
Fantastic. Yeah, kind of really sets the tone of what exactly a career in policing might be like. Talk to me about why it's so important to have more Indigenous representation on the force.
Yeah, so we got to get rid of those kind of stigmas that we do have, where it's kind of like a us versus them kind of thing. So me as a First Nations police officer from Keys Coast First Nation, very proud of where I come from Treaty 4 territory. Right now it's kind of a us versus them, and we kind of need to shed that, and we need to be a reflection of the community that we do police, because we do have a lot of Indigenous people here in Saskatoon, and if I saw an Indigenous police officer coming to deal with me, I would feel much more comfortable. So we need to attract more people, and for the Indigenous police officers out there who are thinking of becoming one, just be that change that you kind of want to see in the world. So that's what I'm trying to do here.
Amazing stuff. Well, thank you very much for your time. September 19th is that recruiting day, the Indigenous recruiting day, right here at Saskatoon Police Headquarters.
All right, that's a great point of view, Mike. Thank you so much. We'll see you again in just a little while. All right, let's head out again and check in with Mike Siona one last time at Saskatoon Police Headquarters.
Well, one more time down here at Saskatoon Police Service Headquarters with Special Constable Renee DeCorby and Constable John Langan. And we are talking about a couple of really exciting recruiting events and have been all morning long. Constable Langan, let's start with you and just talking about some of the, I guess, most important barriers that we're trying to remove when it comes to Indigenous recruiting.
So when it comes to Indigenous recruiting, just some things that we got to get rid of is just we have to be a huge reflection of who we police here in Saskatoon, because we do have a high Indigenous population. So I want to be that change that I want to see in the world when it comes to policing. So I'm going to put myself forward and try and recruit more Indigenous police officers here in Saskatoon.
Makes a lot of sense. And we were kind of chatting that obviously the ability for them to see what the job is and to come on the 19th to this recruiting event, so much more than just talking about it.
Yeah, so what you get to see actually is like hands-on stuff that even I don't know that goes on in this building. So you get to speak to recruiters who are here and their guards more down. So you can ask them a lot of questions when it comes to the day-to-day life of being a police officer and even beyond the initial 5 years of being on patrol. So there's a lot of hands-on demonstrations, and there's also a panelist interview with other Indigenous SPS police officers who will share their experiences of what they went through in order to become a police officer. Incredible
stuff. And then the following day on the 20th, we've talked about it already, but we have the Explore Emergency Services. What kind of barriers exist for women and girls?
Yeah, so some barriers that females face entering this career is the perceived ability that they don't have enough strength or they don't have the physical capability of doing this job. But Explore is meant to break those barriers down and diminish those barriers and let females and girls be hands-on with our equipment and show themselves that they can do it and they can be successful in this job.
Fantastic. So a couple of great events. If you want details, if you want to register either for the Indigenous Service Recruiting Evening or Explore Emergency Services on September 19th and 20th, respectively, just go to the website. All of the information will be there. And yeah, who knows? Might just be the first step in your new career.